Well, I thought he actually got released from his professional tryout, or at least what I found, but I just found out this morning that the Calgary Flames, they actually did sign forward Brett Ritchie to a one-year contract. That's a two-way deal. That's worth $700,000. So that's what I'll talk about in this video right here. As I'd say, it's just more organizational depth up front when it comes to the Calgary Flames. However, what's going to be interesting about the Brett Ritchie signing is where are they going to put him? Is he either going to be on the regular everyday roster, or is he going to be on the taxi squad? Because there's already been 6 players assigned to the taxi squad. But I honestly thought when the Calgary Flames released their opening day roster, where they had the active roster and the taxi squad, I thought Brett Ritchie was released from his professional tryout. I mean, I thought he would likely have a good chance of making the team, as he does have a bunch of NHL experience with the Boston Bruins and the Dallas Stars, or most recently with the Boston Bruins. He spent more time with the Dallas Stars, but he did come in late during camp, during quarantine, but we already played a couple games, and now he just recently signed. So if we look at the press release, and we'll just quickly go over some career numbers with Brett Ritchie. As it says, the Calgary Flames announced today they have signed forward Brett Ritchie to a one-year, two-way contract worth the league minimum at $700,000. I'm going to assume that he has an NHL salary and an AHL salary. He did wear number 24 in camp, so that's what I'm assuming he'll wear with the Calgary Flames going forward, which is Travis Hamonic's old number. And basically, Ritchie is a native of Orangeville, Ontario. Has actually played over 268 NHL games, so we added some more depth of the experience, which that's definitely been another piece of what the Calgary Flames have done in the off-season and free agent frenzy when it comes to adding in some depth. And it doesn't hurt to have some depth, and this is his 8th year in the NHL. Originally, he was drafted in the second round, 44th overall, back in 2011 by the Dallas Stars. As mentioned, Dallas and Boston were the teams that he previously played for in the NHL. He played 5 seasons with Dallas before signing a free agent with Boston this past season. He's definitely a taller forward to add some grit, as is his 6'4", 220-pound winger who recorded 6 points and 21 penalty minutes in 27 games with the Boston Bruins in the 1920 season. And he was born July 1st, 1993, and he's a right-handed shooter. So that's basically the gist of Brett Ritchie. I know when I was looking on the player profile, and actually if you search Brett Ritchie right here on YouTube, he's actually been involved in a lot of fights as well. So I figured this will definitely add not only some depth and experience, but as well some grit. I mean, if you look at his career statistics overall in the National Hockey League, I mean, in 268 games between Dallas and Boston, he has 35 goals, 25 assists for 60 points, and 177 penalty minutes, so depends how much ice time he has. And then he's only played in 3 Stanley Cup playoff games, 1 with Dallas and 2 with Boston with 2 penalty minutes. I mean, this past season with the Boston Bruins, 1920 in 27 games when he played with the Bruins, he had 2 goals, 4 assists for 6 points, 21 penalty minutes, and he also spent some time with the Providence Bruins in the AHL in the 1920 season. He played 12 games with Providence, scoring 2 goals, 2 assists for 4 points and 6 penalty minutes. Looking at his career stats overall, his most productive season in the NHL in terms of points-wise actually was back in the 2016-17 season when he was with the Dallas Stars. In 78 games that season, he had 16 goals, 8 assists for 24 points and 38 points. So he does showing that he has ability to potentially put a few pucks in the net. I'd say he's more known as a depth forward with adds some grit, because even at the AHL level, I mean, he had one season that he scored 20 goals in 13-14 shortly after when he got drafted with the Texas Stars in the American Hockey League in 68 games. His most productive season, that season, he had 22 goals, 26 assists, 40 points, and 53 penalty minutes. And then he also played in 13 AHL Calder Cup playoff games. In 13 games, he had 7 goals, 4 assists for 11 points. So doesn't hurt to add a little more depth. It's not going to cost too much. What's going to be interesting is the fact that where are they going to fit him under the cap? Because I know I'm going to have my Calgary Flames game recaps after they play their first 6 games in the regular season. And I know the Calgary Flames have already did some juggling because Derek Ryan, actually, who started off the season on the taxi squad, actually has played the first 2 games of the regular season. As of this recording, there was one game where Dominic Simon played and Joachim Nordstrom played. So all I could see for Brett Ritchie is just more depth with a little grit. I mean, he has ability to pot the old goal here and there, but it doesn't hurt to add a little more depth with the Calgary Flames, because I think that was what was missing this past season. Let's say for my chance if our top 6 forwards get cold or get targeted. So that's all I got to think about the Brett Ritchie signing. That doesn't hurt. I mean, he did make a case to make the team, and I mean, it was a professional tryout, but he came in late. And then the fact that I thought I saw online that he got released from his professional tryout. He was one of 3 players. His goalie, Gareth Sparks, was offered a professional tryout, but he has been assigned to the AHL Stockton Heat. For the time being, he's not officially signed with the Calgary Flames. And defenseman Michael Stone did get released, but hey, Brett Ritchie, he actually did sign on with the Calgary Flames. I know I actually saw an article from the Sun and the Herald, which is both basically with Post Media now, did say that based on scrimmage, it said he was making a case on making the team, but I was kind of surprised that he got released, but now I'm kind of surprised that he has signed at the same time. But what do you think of this signing for the Calgary Flames? It doesn't hurt to have some more depth. I mean, he has over 268 games NHL experience, and he had one season where he scored 14 goals in the NHL. I mean, if you can get a few goals, a few games out of him in this long season, and add some grit, because this North Division, I mean, you already got a Corey Perry, and there's Perreault in Winnipeg, and then you got Wayne Simmons in Toronto, so there's definitely going to be a lot more grit that we'll have to deal with through the battles throughout the regular season. So anyway, as I say, if you want to follow along with this Calgary sports fans' journey, home of Flames, Hitmen, Roughnecks, and Stampeders, I mostly do talk Calgary sports on my YouTube channel. I also do have some variety of content when it comes to personal vlogs, attempt to comedy, and I also will share my experience, let's say I'm on the road or a sporting event. So if that all sounds like it'd be interesting to watch, do follow along with this Calgary sports fans' journey. You know what you need to do, just make sure you like, subscribe. I also have my other social media links down in the description below. And actually, for the record, I actually didn't plan on making any videos today, but when I saw this notification, I figured I might as well just make a video just so I can post some content, and I'll just give my feelings on the Brett Ritchie signing. You know, fellow Brett, got to make a video on him as well, but just going to say, welcome to the Calgary Flames, Brett Ritchie. I thought you were kind of in limbo as a professional tryout and thought that you would have made the team, but I guess I don't make the decisions as well, but we'll see how you fit in with the lineup throughout the season. So as I say, go Flames go, and I'll see you in the next video.